This is Andi Purewal for Boxing News. I'm joined by trainer Tony Sims here in London. Tony, we're going to try and keep it short and sweet. Press conference just finished there. How fired up is your man? How determined is your man Conor Benn to end this 30-year-long rivalry?
He's ultra determined. He's in physical, mentally, the best condition of his life. And when people say, oh, the camp's gone really well, we've had a great camp, sometimes people just say that when they ain't had a great camp, but we've genuinely had unbelievable, like the best camp you could have possibly gone through. And he's hit PBs and he's running, he's hit PBs in the gym on his S&C. You know, everything he's done, he's excelled at. So, you know, camp-wise, he's had an unbelievable, fantastic camp, and he's like, as I say, physically and mentally ready to fight Saturday night.
An 18-foot ring once again, Tony, might be a bit of a surprise to some. You'd imagine it suits Conor more than what he does Junior. Would you agree with that sentiment?
100%. It's like Conor said, he's not asked for anything in this fight. He's not, like Chris has asked for all the demands. He wanted to come out second. He wants his name to be read out second. Everything, all his demands has been met. And Conor said, I just want one thing, and that's an 18-foot ring. That's all I want. You can have every other demand. So that's what he's asked for, the 18-foot ring. And as you say, that will suit Conor Benn better than Chris Eubank.
People talk about a lot about the weight in terms of Junior having to come down and rehydration, but Conor having to go up. On that note, I've seen a few people suggest it's not going to be as much of a jump up because of his last two fights being at 154. Do you disagree with people who think it's not as much of a difference, or do you understand why people would look at it and just think, yeah, it's only one weight technically?
He's a natural 147 fighter, which he will drop back down after these fights with Eubank. He'll drop back down to 147. I mean, the two fights in America, I think one of them he weighed 150 pounds, and one of them he weighed 153 because the other guy was coming in at that weight. So they was fights that at that period in his life, and what mentally he was going through, he probably shouldn't have really boxed. But financially, he had to fight. He had nothing else coming in, no other financial money coming in, so he had to take them fights. But really, mentally, he wasn't focused on them fights, and probably wasn't that bothered about what weight he was going to do either. But he is naturally a 147 fighter. Going into this fight, he done his check weight yesterday at 164, so he's on check weight. So as I say, he's ready to go, and he's he's just looking forward to Saturday night fighting.
Because it's not Conor's natural weight, would you assume he's not going to look to maybe rehydrate as much as what Junior does, and he might only put on a few extra pounds between weighing in and then fight night?
He'll probably be 5 or 6 pounds over, and that's what he's walking around at. So, you know, he's not a natural middleweight, and that's what that's what he's been walking around at the whole camp. So, he'll probably only rehydrate to that. But look, he feels good at that weight. He feels fast. Feels like he's maintained his speed still, and that's the main thing.
The sparring stories. Obviously, Nigel's made a big point of it during the press conference. Do you think it's as much of an important note as what maybe Nigel has suggested in the press conference?
I just think we've had brilliant sparring in Mallorca. We've had Denzel Bentley, WBO #1 ranked fighter. Fantastic 3 weeks he'd done for us. Fantastic work. You'd have paid to watch them sparring sessions. He'd give us great work. Bruno Cerise, who's obviously fighting Mongia, done 2 weeks out there. Fantastic work. And William Skull as well. They was all everything that Conor was practicing, which that's what sparring about. That's practice. He practiced everything that we needed to do, and you know, there's great preparation for this fight on Saturday. You know, that's all I can say really.
Last one on it all. How much of a difference do you feel like it's been for Conor to have Nigel there throughout the entirety of camp?
Oh, listen, not just for Conor, but for me as well. Obviously, we go back, you know, to when we was young, and I've known Nigel so long now, and just for me as well to have Nigel out there as well, he's a great asset to the camp. And you know, we talk about like tactics, and you know, obviously what he did in both the fights, I think everyone agrees that he won the second fight but never got the verdict. So like, he's a massive asset to the camp, and you know, it was a pleasure having him out there the whole time with us. It really was, and to take from his experiences as well. You know, he's a fantastic asset. He was.
You ever have disagreements over maybe minor tactical details?
With Nigel, never. I've never in our whole friendship have we ever had one disagreement. But if he says to me, I think, to be honest, he don't get that involved, to be honest, Andy. He's never got that too far involved in tactics. But if he just says one thing to me, like, I think Conor just needs to do this, then I will do it, because, you know, he's been there, done it, you know, and I'm grateful for anything he says. But he basically leaves it to me and Conor to get on with it. And as I say, it's just great having him around camp.
So if he doesn't tend to get too involved, I assume you're trying to subtly tell me that he's been enjoying the sunbeds more than what you were.
Oh, we've enjoyed the training together, me and him. Like, we, when all the training's done with Conor, then me and him go and train ourselves, both of us, like we've always done. And we kind of went into camp ourselves training, and the steam and sauna afterwards. And you know, it was just great having your friend out there, really.
Tony, listen, I appreciate your time. Obviously, best of luck with the rest of the night. Obviously, weighing tomorrow, and good luck on Saturday.
Thanks, Andy. I'll see you in the morning, mate.